from the angle. Oh, yes!
Lockout podcast. You're here with Ryan, the coach and captain of Greater Western Richmond, and we've got a special guest here today.
Hey guys, my name's Sam. I'm the coach of Specky McGee's, and all the way down on the far left down there.
Yeah, guess we're going something different. I'm Hawker, manager of the Dark Brotherhood, and well, Josh, you go next then, mate.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I'm usually the one. Oh boy. Josh, coach and captain of the Young and the Gold. I'm here with
Croxy.
Hawker. I'm here with Croxy, the worst coach on the podcast and the person with the worst name.
But you said worst coach on the podcast.
But.
Who was the worst coach this week, guys? My name's Croxy, by the way, leader of Jock Fosh FC, the greatest team name on the podcast. But who was the worst this week?
You know what?
It wasn't me. So, anyways, we're here for the round 6 preview. And we're going to go over a few things. What we're going to go over our Brownlow, our flop of the week, who we can look at for trade targets, and maybe some
all those little things.
and
But
some
again,
cash
first
cows,
thing, you
Ryan.
are correct though. We go rankings first, so you are correct. Kind of segue straight into that. Pretty sure I got the lowest score of the week. Unless Sammy, you want to say your score before we get into ours?
Where's Sam's?
He beat me.
He beat you, Hawk. So
So
you're,
that doesn't
you're
matter.
up.
I'm just saying he's
1935.
the person he can just go in.
1935,
There you go, 1935.
So you scored 1935. What's your current rank, Sammy boy?
Current rank
Better than
is
Croxy.
63,000.
Oh, God. That's better than
That's
mine.
okay. There's
I'm
you want to be
better,
a
sorry.
buttermouse? Just keep milling away and you'll get to the top eventually.
Yeah,
Eventually.
Eventually.
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
And who's taking the cake next? Is
So
there
yeah,
Hawker?
I finally ended up last like I was most of the last season.
Hey, do you feel comfortable? Feel at home?
No, I was playing pretty
Oh,
well.
perfect. Okay, cool. That's this.
And let me whine and bitch like Ryan usually does when he makes a mistake. I unfortunately forgot to have Ashcroft on my field. So, I mean, no, I would have done so much better, as
Why
Ryan
was
would
Ashcroft
say.
not on your
Because
field?
I didn't know if
Silly.
Lindsay was playing and I accidentally put Lindsay up to see if he would get the green tick and I forgot to move him back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Stupid decision. But 1924, my ranking unfortunately was has now blown out to 23,261, and I only made 382k. So
Oof.
not too great. While I'm here though, I usually say, oh yeah, 1, 2, 3 players lost me money. I had 10. 10
good.
players lose me money last week, so that is why I did not earn a decent amount.
Very good.
I think Ryan was next.
I scored 2 more points than Hawker, 1926.
2 points.
2 points.
Wow, you really,
2 points.
you really showed him.
I just, fuck. I was legit watching the last 5 minutes. I'm going to get reamed by some sort of scoring thing that happens at the game and get fucked again like I did.
I think he's talking about scaling, which only
That's it,
happens
yeah,
as a
yeah.
super coach.
Oh,
So
okay, whatever.
I think it did scale because I think you were up by 10 when the
No,
game
they do.
finished.
They do some
Yeah, and it did
adjustments.
scale
You might
too.
lose,
Yeah.
Sorry,
it's
Keep
not
it wrong.
scaling. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
but
it's called something else.
Scaling.
It's not.
It's not scaling, it's scaled.
just
It's called
adjustments.
anti-Ryan.
yeah,
Yeah.
legit.
Anyways, I'm just outside the 40,000 rank. I did go up 0.451 million dollars.
451k, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
nothing else to
there you
really
go.
report.
You're still
I
getting
did
there.
stuff up too, and I did have some.
Oh,
There it is.
yeah,
That
there we
scored
go.
a
There it
90.
is.
So, you know,
There it is.
This go down the end's going to use an excuse. That's mine too. They'll beat you fair and square.
You do it every week.
all right.
I was
I
just
literally
making fun of
said,
you.
I said after the round finished, I'm like, all right, guys, how long into the
Yeah.
podcast is going to be?
That's why I said it before trying to get a hit before
start
the
saying,
saying.
oh, if I did this, if I did that.
Ah.
Or, well, if I
Okay.
had the top scoring 22,
Yeah.
then I'd be fucking top scorer.
Well, you would.
And
Yeah.
I'm not. So I scored second top scorer out of the 4 of us here this week, and it was 1976. So that takes me up to a rank of 38,958, which is still a lot worse than Hawk there. But it's up from 41 from last week, so that's good.
How my rankings
I
15,000
made-
places better than you.
411k cash.
Yeah.
Because he was so bad at the start.
No. Well, no, I was good at the start.
Yeah,
It was
but-
last 2 weeks. I fucking was.
My ranking's been ahead of you all year. So what
No,
are
it
you saying?
hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
It literally.
What were you in
I've got
round
the
one?
Fucking sheet
It's okay.
right here. Anyway, keep going.
All right. So it's on to me, I guess.
Who cares about
It's
the
up to
past?
you.
Where we
Okay,
are
so
now.
Each
you were
week.
second highest score and you scored, let me run it back. It was 1976.
Add an extra 100
So
to Josh. Okay,
I was
come on,
the top
kid,
scorer
hero.
and I scored
Come on, hero.
2076. So
Good
100 points
score.
more than you.
Yeah, that was you. That's your
Um,
usual 100
Yeah,
points.
but you had a
Yeah.
good captain.
Yeah, I had a good team, actually.
Yeah, you had
is
a
what
good
it
team.
is.
Yeah, that's good shit.
And it still wasn't as great as it could be. But 2076, I've come into rank 7,329 from, I think I was about 12,000 last week. I was
Back in the top 10.
yeah, a bit allergic to the top 10, which scares me a little bit because it means this week
You'll
I'm
be
going to
out.
be back
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So get me my EpiPen now in advance, okay? I did make a fair bit of cash though, so $711,000
Making money.
made the cash there, and that's taken my team value up to 21.533 million. So yeah, pretty happy with where my cash gen's going, where my scoring's going, and where my rank is headed.
Yeah. All
Very
right.
nice.
Well, I think that takes us into your favorite section, the Brownlow,
Yes, let's lead it into the Brownlow.
which we didn't actually post, guys. We will get on that this week. So it'll be after round 5 now instead of round 4. We'll post the top 10 that we've got for our Lockout League Brownlow and see where we're at. But yeah.
So-
you want to go?
Yeah, Brownlow votes. For me, I'm going to lead it off. I was top scorer. I don't know if you guys know that, but top scorer.
Oh god.
And the
Sorry,
guy
what?
that I'm giving my 3 votes to. So 3 votes goes to Max Holmes. Max Holmes had 133 this week, his highest score, and just performed phenomenally well in a bounce back game after getting tagged. So that's that 3 votes for Max Holmes. Anyone else have Maxi Holmes in their votes?
Yeah, he's top for me as well with 3 votes.
Yep.
Very well done, Maxi. Nice work, mate.
Very nice. So if he wasn't your top scorer, Hawko and Ryan and Sam, who were your top scorers?
I was Rosie.
Rosie was
Yep,
your top
126.
Rosie was my 2 votes. My 3 votes, because I captained him and brought him in last week, was Hewitt.
scorer. Okay, nice. My 2 votes went to Christian Petrarca on debut. Welcome to the team and welcome to the forward line, sir.
Straight into the forward line.
Straight
Is he
into
your
the
top
forward-
forward line player now, like money wise? Or is he got Bailey Smith up there?
No, I think
No,
Bailey
he's-
Smith is
yeah.
the
Bailey
higher.
Smith
Yeah.
higher? Yep. So 2 votes. So who's left? Ryan and Croxy, have you had 2 votes?
Yeah, I went to Rosie with the 2 votes
there's
as
your
well.
2 with
Yep.
Rosie. Yep.
And I went Lucky Ash for 2 votes.
Lucky Ash, very nice. And your final vote, Ryan, who did you give your 1 vote to?
Rankin.
Isaac Rankin, very nice.
Woof woof. I
What?
gave my.
Dog. I was like, wow.
I gave my 1 vote to Levi Ashcroft.
Levi Ashcroft. Okay.
Yes, Levi, not Will. Just because 94, pretty damn good, and
Yeah.
he's a rookie, so well done to him. Thank you
great
for that,
performance.
Levi.
I also gave mine to Ashcroft, but this is W Ashcroft. So 1 vote for W Ashcroft.
Washcroft.
Washcroft?
Washed.
Yeah, Washcroft.
Washed compared to his brother.
Washcroft.
Lash.
Wash.
Lash.
Well, he scored 104,
Yeah,
so
well, true, not
he
washed.
outscored his brother,
It's true.
actually.
Lashcroft.
This is a Norm Smith medalist you're talking about here.
And
so
this
yes.
is a future Norm Smith
Well,
medalist.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll have to make it to the grand final again. But yeah, Will Ashcroft on debut again in my team this week. Phenomenal to bring him into that midfield, and he's just doing great things.
Yeah.
31 disposals, loved it.
And I had, like Ryan pointed out, I had Lockie Ash as my 1 vote.
There we go. So Lockie Ash getting some love there.
Mhm.
Has that affected our standings at all?
It has, but the Lockie Ash does not break the 10. Rosie, obviously, with those votes, went up quite a bit. Holmes cracks the top 10. But again, we'll show this. And but yeah, it's changing ever so slightly each week.
So over on Twitter and over on Instagram, you'll be able to find it there. We'll upload it right after the podcast goes live. So
All right.
yeah. Our
Flops.
Our flop of the week.
Yeah,
Floppity
hey.
flops. Now, okay, you kind of lied to the public here. Okay.
You lied.
Yeah, the Brownlow votes is not my section.
Sorry, you're right.
The flop of the week is my.
You always
You've
said
had the same flop
was-
for 3 freaking weeks.
I mean, you always said at
He's
the
not
start of
your
last
favourite?
season.
Well, 5 weeks in, he's only had 2
Yeah,
flops.
but I'm really enjoying this. Just locking in, and just getting a chance to just look.
Do you make it a mirror?
No,
You're not locked in if you've had
fine.
only 2 fucking flops with 5
Well,
weeks.
I've got it on good
I am.
authority.
They're hurting you.
I'm
You're
locked
keeping
in.
him in.
No, Kane
I've got it
Farrell.
on good authority. that-
Kane Farrell.
Yeah. He's out the door. He's got to be
Look
out the
at
door.
me. I'm the captain now. Okay.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
I'm the
Ken
captain. I am the captain now.
This ain't gonna fly, okay? This is 3 weeks in a row. You've shown that you just can't get it done. And
I
guess
reckon
what?
you've got a hard
You
on
have
for
to-
this
you have
bloke
to-
because you've still got him on your team.
You have
No,
to, you have
guess
to
what?
trade him
I
out.
don't have him on my team.
Oh.
He's out the door, okay?
Oh,
He's out
Yeah,
the door.
we made the deal
He's
on
out the
this
door.
last year.
I
didn't
like
we?
this will be so
3
funny.
weeks.
He's out the door.
He'll score
the
100
door's
this
there.
week. He'll
Ryan,
score
you can
100.
walk yourself out there as well. If you're join Ken Farrell, Ryan's going to go with you. The door's there.
Jesus.
Goodbye.
See ya.
He'll score a-
62.
he'll score
What are
a-
you doing?
He'll
How
score
much money
100 this
did he
week.
lose you over those 3 weeks that you brought
A
him in?
lot.
Brought him in for 3 weeks. He had three.
All right,
three dunces.
While Josh is finding out how much money
Proxy
Kane
will
Farrell
go.
has lost,
Yeah.
I'm going to go next. It's Freya, unfortunately, mate.
Frazier.
21K.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not too bad.
61 isn't good enough, mate. So
He's surely out the door
61
for you as
and
well.
he's out the door this
Oh,
week.
hey.
So that's 2 from 2 with flops going out the door this week. What do you boys have?
Look at
I'll talk about mine. I would have actually been on Josh's level for points if I captained correctly. So my flop,
Another what if.
who was my captain, Marshall, giving me a 140 with the C. So 70.
he got
Proper.
hurt though halfway through that game,
He
right?
did, but oh my God, it cooked me. And I was really stressed out last week because thought I was going to lose. But
Stressed
I
out
didn't.
more
So
than
I was
usual,
happy
but-
that I beat your horse.
Do you know? I reckon that was just poor sea management.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
would have chosen
100%.
Marshall for that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Poor management
Do you know what? The
You can't
comments
throw
from the
Marshall
super
under the
coach.
bus for that.
The comments from the super coach here tonight, Sam Alberts. Thank you very much for joining us because you've really just nailed it there. Like that is
Well,
you
rubbing
know,
the salt
a
in the
poor-
wounds of
a
Ryan.
poor tradesman blames his tools, and
Oh.
Ryan.
Yeah.
That's you need to take a good hard long look in the
Mate,
mirror,
you just gave the guy the tool, the worst tool for 3 weeks in a row. Mate, just because I give Marshall one time the flop.
yeah, but you gave him a flop because you put a C on him. That's really what the flop is for.
The flop's for you, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, the flop. So Ryan's flop is
Ryan.
himself. So moving on.
Irrespective though,
Orko, who was your flop
Marshall
of the
scoring
week?
a 70 is not great.
Okay,
Yes,
so
we-
say
we-
that.
we-
Don't blame it on the captain loop that you failed.
Just
Just
I
saying,
thought we made
Marshall
an agreement
said-
if you get injured, you can't make them as a fucking.
No, I can do what you want.
Wow. Okay.
Anyways, moving on.
We live in a
Um,
lawless society
Well, we
in
shouldn't.
this room.
Fucking hell. Anyway, though, my flop of the week goes to TDK. Jerry did score less. That would have also been 3 weeks in a row, but I did TDK
You
for
just
the
want
fact
to do that so Sarah doesn't have to leave your team.
1% maybe.
Strategic.
Of that. But TDK, this was his week to prove that he needed
He-
Pitnet not
yeah.
to come in. And he fucking shut the bed.
He did.
So not good enough from him, to be honest.
So is he leaving your team then?
We only had one, so no.
Okay.
Trades though. Speaking of,
I'll kick it off. If you
Yeah,
want.
I will let Ryan kick it off.
Ryan,
because
why does Ryan want to kick
I've
it off?
actually rolled back my team because Ryan copied my trades trade for trade. So I'm thinking different trades this week. But go
How
on,
can you
Ryan.
say that when you don't even have your trades in?
What?
What do you mean you've rolled back your team? Why?
Because you copy my trades. I don't like that. Anyway,
Do you want a
tell us your
tissue?
trades, Ryan. Tell us your trades.
Fraser and Callahan out. Cleary and Daicos in.
Say that again.
Fraser and Callahan out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daicos and Cleary in.
I just wanted you to say it twice so that Nick didn't have to say his because you did copy them.
Jesus.
Jeez,
So
you're a
we've
wanker.
got the same.
Okay,
effect,
so before
basically.
we go to the next person though, let me just we usually do this. So Ryan Daicos is the second most brought in, 1.01 million. His break even's an 86, projected at a 103.
Vanilla.
Cleary is third most brought in at 349k, minus 20 break even, expected at a 44. El Hawley's number one, 260 with a minus 4 break even of 44. Tom Gross, who you've already got, 321 minus 14 break even with a 58 projected, which I think is really good. And then Merrett, your boy, who we've been discussing, 1.13 million, most expensive player in the league, I think now. 105 break even with a projected of a 116, which is, mate, if you're projecting above a 105, it's tremendous.
Yeah. Why don't you go for Merritt and El Hawley, I reckon. Go for some bombers, Ryan.
Mate, that's next week.
All right. Anyway, though, Croxy, though, who have you got that Ryan can't copy this
It's
time?
got no fucking
Well,
idea.
I'm not making my trades
not
just
making?
yet. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So,
Well,
I've got,
who did
who's
you
in my
have?
plans? I had like I said, exact same as Ryan, and he copied me trade for trade. But I'm also thinking I
The
really
lover squirrel
want
going on
to.
here.
Well, I really want to maybe think about getting SDK out of my team as well, and
You've got a bit of junk there, don't you?
not as much as you, because you're ranked lower than me.
You want to
And-
maybe
and-
think about getting SDK out.
Yes.
Thinking maybe.
Should be out.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
are you doing?
Is out the door.
And Joe Berry, like, come on.
Mm.
Oh my God, there's
Come
so
on,
much
mate.
rot on your bench.
I
It's
don't
crazy.
have
Yeah.
that much rot on my bench.
Oh well, why aren't you scoring better?
Anyway,
I
Oh.
fucked up my captain.
that's enough of that. Josh, you go because Ryan Croxy's still looking at his
Okay,
trades,
so you want to
show
hear
us
some
yours.
quality trades
Please.
or some quality trade targets. For me, Kane Farrell, as I said, flop of the week, 3 weeks in a row.
Has to
rule
go.
has to walk out the door.
We'll get to tomorrow
Whether
night,
or
he'll
not
still
I
be back
follow
in.
that rule is yet to
Oh,
be seen.
Josh.
But Kane Farrell is a strong consideration to go out the door. Now, I thought about potentially going up from him, but I think it's probably smarter to go down. So I'm going to go down to Saad El Houli,
Yep.
bring in another bomber boy, and that's going to mean that Zach Reed is going to go onto my field.
They
So
don't
Zach
give
Reed-
Saad 2 weeks in a row the vest, surely, right?
Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Zach Reed or Luke Traynor will go onto field, and that'll mean that I've got him on the bench.
Yep.
What's really cool about that is that he gives me plenty of cash to throw on top of Connor Stone. Now, Connor Stone is kind of hitting that balance point of where the break-even game is kind of over. So he's made 146K, and he's going to make way for Nicky Daicos.
Nice.
Leaves me 72K in the bank to go
I mean,
again
that's a big
next
upgrade.
week.
That's 700K from Stone to Daicos.
Yeah, one up, one
realistically.
down.
So that's fine. So I've got 2 trades in the works. I'm not sure which way I'm going to lean. I've got one going from Mitch Nevitt up to Daicos and deconing down to El Hawley. So 1 and 2. Everyone clearly copied me because I did this Sunday night. So clearly stop copying me, everyone else in the league. But the other one I'm looking at doing
I don't
is
think anybody's bringing in Archie
Mate,
Roberts,
no
mate.
one yeah.
is I'm looking at to change things around slightly. I'm trading out Mitch Nevitt and bringing in Archie Roberts to have that DPP status because I have no DPP players at all.
What?
None.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay,
now I'm bringing in
yeah,
one of
that's
them,
hard.
and then I'm trading out SDK, and I will bring in Riley Bice.
You don't
I
have
haven't
Bice
got
yet.
Bice.
You didn't have Bice.
Bro,
No, I had
I
O'Driscoll
think that's
and
probably-
Day hurt.
That's probably too late to bring
No,
Bice in.
because I'm going to have
No.
Bice. He's in the team. He won't be leaving the team the rest of the year.
Interesting. All right.
Round 4, just so you know, buys, round 5 buys, 33,200.
Yep.
And 12 people sold him out.
Like 12 people sold him. Jeez, that's crazy. Anyway, though, that is the trades. Obviously, Croxy will we will post Croxy's trades on the Thursday an hour before the game, so you will see that there.
Yeah.
So that.
but
will
last
be fine.
time we did that, he changed his mind again.
No, I didn't.
no, he didn't. Did he?
Yeah, when you sent your trades, then you sent another follow-up one later.
No, I didn't.
He did, mate.
Surely not.
You did.
When?
On the night, when I sent my trades through, you sent through one, and then you were like, "Oh wait, no, I'm going to do a different one."
When did I do that? I didn't do that.
Then no,
Croxy,
you
check
did.
the chat and see if
Yeah.
you did.
So
anyway,
just be careful. There is some like trying to, I think there's some
Croxy's lying to the people.
competition like imbalancing happening here.
Anyway, Ryan, some cash cows. You got some cash cows for us?
Yeah, dude, just give me a couple of minutes.
I said I could change mine still, and I never fucking changed them.
Oh, I thought you changed.
No,
them.
I said
Who
I
did you
could
trade?
change
Is it the
mine
same
still,
two
and they're
people?
exactly the fucking
Okay,
same.
all right, I take
Fuck
it back.
off.
But I wouldn't put it
the
past
same
you.
picture. Why would
Yeah.
you send the? Yeah.
I didn't send.
Oh,
I
you
sent
didn't send
one
the picture.
picture. You guys are
Okay.
fucking full of it.
All right. So you want to have at least 3 of these players if you were looking for some cash
How many players you
this
name me?
week.
How many players? You need 3.
I'm going
How
to
many
get
you name me?
4.
And we
I've
need
got-
3 of the 4. That's a
I've
bit
got
harsh.
all 4 of them. Anyways, you need Bice, Cleary, Gross, and Reed.
Ryan clearly is wrong again, as per usual. You don't need all 4 of those players.
No,
at all.
I'm just saying. Just for
You don't
cash
even
flow.
need 3. of
The
those.
cash gen, okay.
Hey, you're not the cash gen king. Just relax.
He's last in money. He ain't
No.
the cash gen king either.
He's 6.7% in interest or
He
something.
dropped to
Yeah,
5.75
but I'll
when
tell
how
you
he's
what,
going.
Trump's
It's down
got
to
a 200
The
4.75.
fantasy
25%
bank
tariff
is
on
not
you guys
paying
this
these
week. You're
interest
gonna get
rates.
robbed.
Oh, tariff. Don't
You guys are going to get
tariff us.
robbed this week.
He's tariff.
The tariffs are, I'm putting it down.
Fucking
You've
hell.
got to give me some cash.
Jesus Christ.
Throw me the cash.
He's not got enough money, so he's legitimate jumping us.
He's turning orange and his hair's going
Oh,
blonde.
God. Hold on, let
I'm
me pull
gonna
a wig
make
out
this
for you.
guy the Mexican
Holy
pay.
jeez.
Is this real? Is this fucking real?
Oh, that's horrible.
Anyways,
That's
those
crazy.
4 are going to make bulk cash this week.
Are they all the negative break
All
even? are they?
negatives. Saad
Oh, here we go.
Hawali.
Okay, in English, mate.
He's
Jesus
gonna make.
Christ.
He's going to make some cash. Trainer, another
Oh,
one from
God.
Richmond who did some good things. Going to make some
Still
cash
doing
this
well.
week.
Good for Luke Trainer.
Is Lawler going to play this week? Was he
Is
still
who?
injured?
Lawler.
Lawler.
Can we really need to make like a clip of like every like pronunciation?
What, a bonus episode would go for 6 hours. We can't do that. No, but Lawler is, I will get to it later, but Lawler is healthy 100%.
Oh,
Whether he
God.
gets named is going to be the key.
Is Josh Smilly playing or what?
No.
Still playing in the
yeah.
VFL.
Levi Ashcroft is in there. He's got to break into 24. He's going to smash that and probably get an 80 again. There's some good money in there. Like that's really some of the good targets I'd probably go for.
What
this
about
week.
you, Sam? Who are you targeting this week? Do you have anyone in particular?
I did bring in Daicos.
Yep.
Got
Like that.
rid of Doherty.
Do like that too. Yep. Doherty's not doing too well.
Doherty.
Yeah.
This is why he's not on the podcast full
Yeah.
time. He had Doherty in his team.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
He's obviously not been listening to the podcast
Yeah,
either.
fuck. What are you doing on here if you're not even listening?
And then who else is in your trade plans?
I've been listening. And
Ignoring.
Just
decided-
not, yeah.
Ignoring.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only so long I can listen to my brother's voice for, and
Yeah.
it's getting very, very up there.
Fair enough.
And second trade, I'm just
Not sure yet.
I'm
Yeah, fair.
not 100% sure.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like the first one, though.
That's not too
Yeah,
bad.
first one's good.
Also, just quickly mention Bailey Smith again in the top 3 for most earned 5 weeks in a row is crazy.
Yeah.
He's got a break in of 50 this week. So again,
Finally
Is
going
he-
up there.
Is
If
he a cash cow, Ryan?
you don't have him,
He
you need to get him.
is it 70?
Who?
Is it 70?
Bailey
70%?
He is
Nah.
owned by 75.6%.
Yeah, so the 25% is like just generated. Teams.
Yeah, it's
that's
surely
That's
generated.
everyone. Yeah, has to be.
you know, and like
You
said
need the
before,
limited edition double barrel Bailey Bird.
Stop with that. Get off fucking Twitter, honestly.
I'll give it to you, Hawko. Archie Roberts is also a bit of a target for a bit of cash gen.
Is
He's
he?
a break even of 50.
No, it's not bad.
Been averaging 87.5, so he's gonna.
I just
most
think with
likely
them
make
versus
some
West
cash.
Coast this week, he'll push up the ground more and smack that break even a bit more.
Potentially.
Yeah,
Anyway, though, I think we'll go straight into injuries, relevant injuries, I should say, not full injuries, because there were quite a few big injuries this week, which one of them, though, which I haven't actually got on here, Nick Bryan, for you boys.
Yeah, Nick Bryan.
ACL.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was my rock in Shiva as well. I had to get rid of him.
Oh, somebody else that you fucking had
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, actually, I had to make a trade, so I got someone in that was healthy for him.
So you were more.
So it was
more.
nine people.
Oh, my
Fucking hell.
God.
Do you know what the saddest part about Nick Bryan doing his ACL is?
What?
Nick
It's the
Bryan
fact
doing
that
his ACL.
it means now that Essendon is going to pay Sam Draper obscene amounts of money when we should just say,
Get rid of him.
No, surely you won't do that.
no, we
You-
are literally going to offer him a long-term contract.
I reckon just get someone else in. TDK.
Oh, yeah. Take TDK. You want TDK?
Get TDK in.
Permanent
It's not a
rock.
bad shout.
Yeah.
Brad, if you're
yeah.
listening, TDK.
No, the Scots don't listen to anyone but themselves.
Well, the other
themselves
Scott,
and
the
their
other
own
Scott
arsehole.
might go for him.
Yeah, well, that's
Probably. And then Mazda and Geelong will give him some sponsorship.
No, Cotton On. He's going to be
Cotton On,
senior
yeah.
vice president of Cotton On and only get paid 10K from the club. Anyways,
Anyway, though, actually, before I do injuries, still 2 players that are looking like they possibly. I've got 2 players that could get a debut this week or very soon. You got Stevens again from the Cats, is again just dominating the
Are
VFL
you
this
just going to
season.
say this bloke's
I will
name
say it until he gets a
actually
debut.
gets a shout?
Until he gets a debut, and the other one is from the Suns, Golban. He's really playing well for you guys in your twos. Really
Yeah, is
looking
he?
like he should break in very shortly. But again, you've got some
Leo
young-
Lombard's back
you've
at
got
training as well.
Yeah, but he's still 4 weeks
Yeah,
away.
he's still
Yeah.
away, but that's a good sign for him.
That's a
though,
good
so-
sign for him after trying to kill Levi Ashcroft in the preseason. James Peatling, though, obviously is out suspended, not injured, but I will mention that he's out to round 7.
Yeah.
Brody Kemp, as we also mentioned for Carlton, unfortunately,
for the
they are
year.
copping some injuries like Richmond now, out for the year with the Achilles. Luke Jackson. Squish, this is for you. Who offers someone fucking Luke Jackson for Marcus Bontempelli? Are you off your rocker? Are you all right? That's the worst trade I've ever seen. Honestly, fucking offer me an injured Luke Jackson for Bontempelli. Pathetic. 2 weeks for the hamstring for Luke Jackson. Miles Bergman is a test with his knee, but his break-even's gone now, as I mentioned, with that injury that he copped in the first half against Hawthorn. Lawler is meant to be back this week, Ryan, so you should be all set there as you asked. And then obviously, as I've brought up, the Bont is a test this week, surely for Anzac Day weekend, not Anzac Day, Easter Sunday, he should be back, but they could give him another week.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it. On to you, Josh.
I've got one more injury for you, actually. Errol Goulden is currently off the coast of Western Australia, and he's a Cat 1 cyclone, so he's coming back strong.
Oh, my God.
Nah, he's still got 10 to 12 weeks.
I think the
Done.
we've
lost
got
Hawko.
swept away by Cyclone Arrow.
Cyclone Arrow's coming. He's taking Milk out.
Have you become a dad or something? Like, okay.
But there's just one. I'm pretty sure there's just one.
It's just the
this
big
week
one, right? From
Patrick Voss.
Yeah, Voss.
Yeah.
For striking Vlosten.
Vlosten,
So
yeah.
he's done
He
for
didn't get
3
away with
weeks.
it?
They
He
tried-
gave him 3 weeks.
No. Yeah, they tried to get away with it. They tried to downgrade it from what was it? High to like careless or like something. I can't remember. But in any case, it was only a 1 week difference, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah.
It was
So
definitely like it broke his nose.
careless conduct, severe impact, and high contact.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I think they tried to get
So
rid
you
of one
do
of
that,
those.
and if you didn't have a broken nose, you probably would have got the 2 weeks. But you say, "Oh, my player got injured; he's hurt now."
I think
automatically
their
gives him
argument
3
was,
weeks.
look, he didn't get concussed, so it's fine.
Yeah, well,
Like,
he still broke
no,
his
it's
nose,
still-
so
still
it's still
high.
unfortunate and still high.
That's a good stance to have, I think.
Well, any injury, because there's been a few that have been high this year, but they haven't been concussed and they've
Yeah.
got away with it.
I think
but if
they
you
need
get
to-
any type of injury, concussion, broken
Yeah.
nose, lacerated cheek, whatever, I think you're
The
going to
whole-
get 3 weeks.
The whole point of it, though, is it's not like the actual outcome of the player's injury. It should
It's
be
the
the
act.
action.
Yeah.
And like they're trying to get rid of the action just because they didn't get concussed, they didn't get injured, doesn't mean it's not right.
The whole
and they shouldn't
point,
be
the
getting-
league's fucking soft. Let's just go with that.
One thing I do want to call out, and it's made the rounds in a little bit of footy media.
What, the league is soft?
I think. Do you know what? The Bailey Smith getting fined for giving the fan the finger.
here we go.
Yeah.
This will be, yep.
I just like, come on, let's have a bit of awareness.
Did
here,
Reed
like-
get fined for that as well? Harley Reid?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Look, I get it that you don't want to have players like flipping off the fans, but
But it's not like he's getting in his face, jumping
Yeah.
over the
And
fucking barrier and getting
there's
into
some
it.
pretty shit things said to these players,
Yeah,
and the
literally.
fans never get in trouble for it. So it's a bit bullshit that you then come out and
Can
fine
we-
these guys. When how about you treat the fan that's actually being
Yeah.
disrespectful?
Can we
and
find
go,
the fan and ban him as well? Like,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But
What did
nothing
he say?
happens
What
to
did the
them.
fans say?
who knows? It doesn't matter.
It
It's
was
like,
just.
it's
I think
obviously
there was
was
some
inappropriate,
remarks
probably, right?
around like his.
Was it
His-
was that Dangerfield?
No.
No.
Maxwell to Dangerfield. Bailey Smith was sticking up.
Okay.
That
Oh, don't talk shit to the skipper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
All right. Well, there we go.
In any case,
But
it
either
should
way,
be
like,
it should be
you-
going on the fans as well. Like they should be like you're banned for like a year or something.
Protected. That's
Yeah.
that's the thing. They should be protected from shit behavior.
They should have security guards around that like entrance way where the
Yeah.
players are coming in and
Doesn't
out,
do
and
shit,
then
though. They have
no,
them.
and then they just pick out that person like, wait, come with me, you're banned for a year.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it, like because if they're not doing it to the players, then the players aren't going to be flipping the bird, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
just get rid of it.
Exactly.
It's not a good thing to have in the
So
game.
that is our MRO, our injury report. We've talked to some trades,
Some hot topics.
some hot topics. Yeah. The thing I'd look at is your DPPs. Just look at
Hmm.
your flexibility that you've got there. have a look at some of your trade targets and
Do some
start to
moving
plan
around.
a little bit of moving around. Don't get isolated into just, okay, this is what I've got to do.
You can do what I
you
did
can-
last week. And
I honestly think this is where it kicks off. This is where boys become men. You make those big trades. There's no early round buys. There's so many more options with DPP.
Yeah.
Somehow you two have ended up with the same trades, which is ridiculous with how many options there are.
Because
You
Nick
can-
copied Ryan.
You can do things like what I did last week,
So
which
you
is I
can-
got a couple of mids out, put a defender into midfield,
You can do
and
anything.
then got a defender in kind of
Yeah.
thing. You can mix it up.
So really
get
look hard at what you can do, because now's the time to start really getting your gears going realistically. But anyway, I think that's it. That's tipping.
it's just the
Yeah,
tips,
let's move
yeah.
into
Just
the,
the tips.
tipping. So, a bit of a horror round last week, but let's start off game by game as we like to do. Thursday night footy, we have Brisbane taking on Collingwood.
Brisbane.
Hopefully this is an absolute belter down at the Gabba. But yeah, 83% of people tipping Brisbane. I'm going Brisbane.
Brisbane by 20.
Go on, Brizzy.
Brisbane by 20. You've just, okay, cool.
What are you, Brisbane by?
Brisbane by 23.
Ryan, Brisbane by
16.
16.
and I've got Brisbane by 7.
There we go.
I've got Collingwood by 5.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Can you swiftly fucking make your exit out?
Yeah, what the
door,
fuck
please?
do
Do
you
you know
think you're
what I
doing?
think it is? Have a look at his smile. I'm sorry. That was a bit below the belt, Sam.
Holy.
All right.
How long have you been saving that
Yeah.
for? That was, jeez.
Let's move into the next game. So we've got Carlton taking on North Melbourne. Carlton versus North Melbourne here. I don't know where to go in this one because while Carlton got a good
Both
win
haven't
last
been
week,
played fucking good football.
I could consider tipping North. I think I might go North.
You are going to go North.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go North.
It's an interesting game. I'm going to go Carlton just with maybe they've flicked the gear, but who
I'm
knows?
going north as well.
You going North as well?
Yeah.
I'm going
Go
Carlton.
go north, Andy.
Carlton? Sam?
Sam,
You're the decider. Carlton.
Carlton.
Mm.
We're going to go Essendon versus West Coast.
And
Now,
again,
I'm
we're
Going to be
definitely
the
tipping-
Dons.
West Coast.
Again.
West Coast.
Shut up. Go, you look in that camera and honestly say, and we want to see your screen that you're tipping West Coast. Go on then.
Nah.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
definitely
I thought.
Essendon.
That is what I thought.
That's wild.
I'm good, thanks.
And so everyone's going the Dons there, right? Into the
Freo
next
taking
one.
on the Witches hats. I mean,
Surely
Melbourne.
you'd all go Freo as well.
Yeah,
We're all going Freo on
Freo
this one.
is.
Yeah.
GWS taking
This is a
on the
toughie.
Crows.
Yep.
I'm going the
I'm-
Orange Tsunami to roll through
Oh,
the German
at Adelaide
Ferrets.
Oval.
I'm thinking the same, to be honest with you.
Can you stop looking at my screen?
I'm not. I'm not.
He's looking at mine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've
Ryan,
gone
who
the
have you
Giants
gone?
too.
Giants as well, Sam?
Yeah, Giants.
And I've gone the Giants as well. We've all gone the Giants
All
on
right,
how
Giants.
close.
I think back
how
on the
close
back
that
of the
is.
Crows and how they played last week, I think everyone's a bit like they were such a good team and then they got absolutely.
No, because they got cheated out of a win up at Gold Coast. They've
They
hit a
did,
bit of a
yeah.
hit of
Yeah,
a bit of a
that's
wall.
True. That's true.
They didn't
And
get
speaking of the
cheated.
Gold Coast,
Speaking of witches hats,
we've got Gold Coast taking on the mighty Richmond.
Yeah. What do you
well,
think
not
about this
so
one,
mighty
Ryan?
Richmond.
You've got Gold Coast selected, so Gold
I
Coast it is.
think it's a very, very, very slim chance that Richmond are going to win this one, but they could. But I think Gold Coast will win.
Yeah.
Gold Coast for everyone. I'm assuming. I don't think
They're
we can
paying-
go into it.
They're paying $9.30 to win
I
Richmond.
tell you what, Carlton was paying $10. So Richmond was paying $10 when they beat Carlton.
Yeah, Jesus.
I've seen worse odds.
It could be done. Who knows? But it's going to be Gold Coast, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Port Adelaide taking on Sydney Swans.
I've gone the Swans.
I've gone the Swans as well.
No, look at the next ones. Thank you.
You're still looking at my screen. You've
Still
got time to
looking at
change
the
it.
screen, yeah.
So Sydney Swans for me. What about yourselves?
Swans for me.
Swans.
Yeah.
I've gone the Swans.
Swans down the board.
Ryan, Swans.
Yeah, I'm a Haney fan.
All right.
Dreams of Heaney.
You like when he gets his kid off, don't you? All right, we've got the Bulldogs taking on St Kilda. What are we thinking
I've
here?
gone St Kilda with this
St
one.
Kilda.
I think they're going to come back
I've
strong.
gone the Doggies.
Doggies for me.
I've gone St Kilda.
St Kilda.
Oh, St
Oh,
Kilda.
3-2.
Okay.
All right, here we go. And
We've got a
we've got
decider this
Geelong
week, eh?
taking
Yeah.
on Hawthorn. Geelong taking on Hawthorn.
I've
This
gone
is
the
a
Mighty
tough
Hawks.
one, I think. But I think Hawthorn might want to rebound from last week.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I think Geelong are just going to whip their dick out and slap it all over Hawthorn.
Jesus Christ, keep it G rated.
Jeremy Cameron is about to kick 20.
I honestly think Hawthorn will bounce back from their game last week. However, it is at the MCG.
Yeah, it's not.
Geelong will beat them.
GMHBA.
If it was at the
Oh, it is
Cattery,
at MCG.
if it was
Fuck
at
no.
the Cattery, the Geelong should win. It's not. It's at the
I
G.
still think that
At the G,
Geelong
I
getting
reckon
W.
they'll
Did you
still
tip?
just
Did you
get
tip
it.
your Hawks?
Because I'm pretty sure McGuinness is going to tag Bailey Smith out the ring hole this week. So
Well, then that means
the
that
ball.
You reckon?
Max
You reckon?
Holmes is about to go through the
That's fine.
absolute roof.
It's only Max
So
Holmes.
Captain Max Holmes this
Only
week.
Max Holmes.
No, it's only Max Holmes.
Oh my lord! All right, well that is our tips. Let us know down in the comment section below. Who are you bringing in this week? Are you team Ryan and Nick together? Because they obviously do
Same tip.
the same team.
Same tip, same team.
And let us know. We like to do a bit of a player analysis. Who's 2 players that this week you think, all right, who's going to go better? Should we do a Nick Daicos versus a Zak Merrett? Daicos has the Lions.
Yes.
Merrett
Yeah, okay.
is taking on the
Right, why
Eagles.
That's a
Let
good
us
one.
know who's going to score the most. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. As always, catch you later. Peace out.
See you guys.
Laters.